What up, guys? So, I'm going to be reacting to this video. I don't think I've ever seen it before, but I think something similar to it. And I'm so sorry about my baby brother talking in the background. But let's go ahead and go to. I'm sorry, my hand's in the way. Let me just Okay, I'm sorry, my phone's like very slow. But anyways, it's yes, I love Batman. If it's not in my home, but here it is. I've seen it on my homepage and I want to see it. So let's get started.
Help it. From clearly disturbed children to Satan worshipping, we count 21 of the most disturbing drawings done by kids. Number 21. Destroy! Or I guess I could have just said destroy, but that's not as fun as doing a death metal voice. Every young boy just wants to have fun, as long as it has nothing to do with those icky girly things such as kittens, dresses, and flowers. Especially flowers. Those damn things are so girly, it just makes you want to destroy them. Well, actually, that's not necessarily a normal response to coming across a flower. Maybe just leave the poor thing alone, or ignore it. I mean, it's just a fucking plant. It's not like it can fight back or anything, so I don't know why you'd be so happy about destroying it. Although, it could also be the fact that he simply wishes to destroy everything in existence, and if that's the case, his happiness is totally justified. I mean, it's not a planet or anything, but you gotta start somewhere. You show those damn flowers who's boss, little dude. Number 20. Breaking out of the grave. Death is an unavoidable consequence of life. Everything that comes to be must also stop being, or in layman's terms, if it breathes, it will stop breathing. So it's not really surprising this kid has a few issues with death. It's kind of a hard thing to wrap your mind around when you're a kid. Or an adult even. I've seen full-grown people just burst into tears thinking, oh, I'm gonna die someday. Or maybe Graham just really loves zombies and he wants to be one. I mean, that's not the worst way to go. You get to come back, walk around, see all your relatives, eat them, see them again. Also, I've never seen a zombie family argue, so I think this Graham kid has the right idea. Number 19. Wrestling. No, Billy, don't look. We're just practicing our wrestling moves, okay? We're practicing our special move, and we don't need anybody to know about this. If our enemy knows about it, they're gonna know our special move and we're gonna lose, so don't tell anyone, okay? Seriously, though, unless you want your kids to see that kind of thing, you might want to invest in a lock on your door, or maybe just check to see if they're asleep before you get all kinky and shit. Also, does his dad really call his partner bitch? Man, his parents are savage. They just go right at it. Take it, bitch, take it. I want the kids to hear it. Number 18. I heart Satan. Well, obviously the radical religious types are right. Then there are video games and TV shows are brainwashing our youth to worship the unholy being best known as Satan. We need to start indoctrinating our children to know the ever-loving holiness that is Dolan. He will save your soul. Or maybe they're just getting Santa and Satan mixed up. I mean, they're both red. One's a big fat guy that gives out gifts. Another one's a buff muscle man that pokes people with a pitchfork. Yeah, these kids are just fucked up. Number 17. Dancing on Mummy's grave. Mummy and Daddy have had so many disagreements over the years, but now that she's gone, I hope that we can be civil about our past ordeals. Or instead, we could just dance on that bitch's grave because she was such a horrible person who couldn't do anything right. I mean, she refused to wrestle with Daddy that one time, and that's why she had to go. I'm kind of interested to see if I offended the English or the rednecks more. Number 16. I collect her hair. All young people show their love in differing ways. Not me, though. I don't love anybody. Go fuck yourself. But this kid's a real romantic. Collecting someone's hair without their permission is pretty fucking romantic, and I think everybody can agree that that's really attractive. Maybe you can make a bunch of little dolls out of them and slip them into her locker. That kind of smooth action would just seal the deal, no problem. Number 15. Being bashed to death. Nothing going wrong in this kid's life. We've all taken a bashing now and again, and if occasionally it got to the point where one of our peers got bashed 6 feet under, well, it was their fault, right? On the other hand, this could be the result of a broken home with an angry parent hurting their child, which is totally fine. If they don't get punished, they won't learn proper. Number 14. Atheism. If you're not with us, then you're against us. This line of thinking has no logical flaws whatsoever, so it's no surprise that when this kid found out that his teacher doesn't believe in Jesus, they immediately assumed that they would go to hell. But in all seriousness, how does this kid even know that their teacher's an atheist? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this teacher probably wears a fedora with pride and euphoria. If any of you children can actually prove that Jesus existed, I'll give you an A+ for the whole year.
Teacher, are we supposed to be learning math?
Now let me tell you about a person who actually existed, Christopher Hitchens. You uncultured little shits. Number 13. He is risen. Looking at this image, you might think it's referring to Christ coming back to Earth, and there's nothing creepy about that at all, right? Well, this assumption falls apart when you realize that heaven is above and the devil is below. You don't rise from above, you descend. Ergo, this child worships Satan. Number 12. You will die. I talked earlier about the unavoidability of death, even joked about it, but somehow I doubt this kid has completely come to terms with mortality. Well, at least I hope not, because it's a fucking death threat from a child, and if that is an early sign of a serial killer, then I have no idea what is. Number 11. Get out of my life. And here we have a kid that's completely normal and well-raised. There's nothing wrong with wanting to sever the head of someone you know. And it looks like he wants to do that with a mailbox, which is both murder and a federal offense because you're tampering with mail. That's 2 crimes. Oh wait, the picture's also a death threat. That's 3 crimes. It's like 90 years worth of timeout. This kid's fucking hardcore. Number 10. Kill Leprechaun. What did the leprechaun ever do to you, little Jimmy? Did it steal your Lucky Charms and leave you without that sugar hit you need to get through the day? Either way, we got a serious problem here, unless it's that leprechaun from the horror movie, in which case little Jimmy bit off way more than he could chew. I've seen Lep in the Hood. He gave fucking Ice-T a run for his money. Jimmy's not gangster enough to handle that. Number 9. Drawings from war-torn children. These drawings came from kids from completely lovely areas that absolutely no one would ever want to flee from in order to save their lives. Incredibly insensitive sarcasm aside, you know these kids have seen some shit when they want to draw someone shooting another person in the groin. That's definitely one of the top 10 ways that I don't want to die. Number 8. Boar. Rapunzel's a freaky chick. She loves long walks down by the beach. She likes guys with pretty eyes, hairdressers. Oh, and she likes being devoured by big green guys. Or at least that's what this kid thinks anyways. Maybe they shouldn't browse the internet so thoroughly, but some fetishes just can't get picked up by safe search. But at least it's not cum inflation. I dare you to look that up. Number 7. Bent over. I don't know what this is meant to be, but it sure as hell doesn't look like a fun way to spend a Friday night. I really sincerely hope this is all a big hoax and it was just drawn by some mentally disturbed 40-year-old. Not that that would make the drawing any better, but if this was really drawn by a kid, that's creepy as fuck. Whatever medicine this kid's on, they're not giving him enough. Or maybe they're giving him too much. It's kind of hard to tell. Just keep him away from any metal utensils and people's butts. Number 6. Letter to hell. I'm gonna assume the reason this youngin' thinks his dad's in hell's because his family told him that's where he's rotting. If that's true, I really hope little Joey gets some closure soon, because I'm pretty sure there's no way to send your letters to hell. You just get to visit once, and then you don't get to come back. Not that you'd want to come back, that's where all the fun people hang out after they die. Joey can meet his daddy, Princess Diana, Walt Disney, the list goes on. Number 5. Knife party! Woo! There's no real innocent explanation for this drawing. A bunch of people with knives and bloody corpses on the floor outside of a strangely specific coffee shop that just screams,
My mom and I murdered some people over coffee and we were happy about it.
but hey, at least they're happy, right? Plus, with all that coffee, you could probably get a lot more stabbing in. Number 4. Suicide door. Try as I might, I can't think of any nice reason a kid would know what suicide is. And even with the cute misspelling of the word victims, it's also a word that no kid with any sort of innocence should be aware of. Someone should call Child Protection Services or something. I guess I'll do it after I finish my pizza. Maybe. Do they give free pizza if I save a kid? Or maybe like a coupon for a hooker or something? You know, you gotta motivate me somehow. Number 3. Christmas dream. Earlier we had some drawings that could have easily been the result of not knowing how to spell Santa, but this leaves far less room for imagination. There's one of two possibilities here. Either the kid has a twisted view of what Christmas is, or they're so screwed up in the head that they always misheard Christmas as Deathmas. Considering that Christmas is written above, I'm gonna go with a much more disturbing former option. Number 2. Slender Man. There's no room for interpretation here. This drawing was found in Morgan's belongings after the police went through them on suspicion that she murdered someone. Turns out that suspicion was correct. She and her friend became murderers in order to appease a fictional monster, Slender Man. Number 1. Imaginary Friend. So basically, this is a picture diary from a young girl that has no friends, so she makes up an imaginary friend that looks suspiciously like a tormented spirit that wouldn't look out of place in a horror movie. Her father and teacher both said Lisa doesn't exist and got cross with the little girl for believing in such things. Then both of those people disappear, and Lisa claims they're sleeping like her father, who happens to be sleeping under the ground near her sandpit. This could all just be a little girl that snapped because of social isolation, but that doesn't explain how Lisa gave her some presents on her birthday. Spooky, right? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Alright, so, that was pretty,
That was pretty good.
So I've seen some drawings, from my little sister that kind of creep me out a little bit, but, you know, she's a little girl. And I know my little sister says that she has a friend in the closet in our room that she said that he comes out at night and stares at me and her. He's protecting her and me. And also, I remember this one night, my baby brother, the one that you see in the background, was sleeping, and there was this little Christmas toy that if you only crank it and it'll make music only if you crank it. But, like, there's no buttons to push. If you shake it, if it falls over, nothing. But I had gotten a drink, and I was walking back to my room, and I glanced in my baby brother's room. He was knocked out, so I went back to my room, and as I was dozing off, I heard that toy, and it was pretty freaky. Anyways, thanks for watching that video, and I hope you guys will check out more of my reaction videos. Bye!